Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Stacy Shillington and I'm just washing my face and oh my god, it looks really red. I don't know why. And I'm getting ready for our Facebook Live on a really critical thing that you have to do, and that is rehydrating your skin. And this is something that I've not always been really good at. So I've had something called acne fear. And I don't know if this is something that you've experienced, but when I had acne, I was terrified, completely terrified of putting anything on my face that would cause it to break out. So I remember 10 years ago, I visited an esthetician and she suggested that I apply hydrosols and oil serums to my skin to hydrate it. And I said, okay, sure, because it sounded great. And then when I got home with all my new products, I found out that I just couldn't do it. Instead, I kept using the retinol creams, the beta hydroxy and alpha hydroxy acids that were, breaking down all the dead skin cells. And I was hanging on to that. Even though my skin didn't glow, it was keeping it fairly clear, but it was dry, it was red. And so I just kind of let go of topical skincare, and instead I really focused on healing my acne from the inside out. And it worked. I totally cleared up my skin. I cleared up the skin of many patients. But to be honest, I didn't have that glow. You get that glow. You see it all the time in women that have really gorgeous skin. Well, I didn't have that glow. And then I realized that if I didn't get that glow soon, I was going to be in huge trouble because I was starting to age. So, first you deal with acne, then you deal with aging, or maybe you deal with acne and aging at the same time, which is the worst. So I had to do some research. So I did tons of research, and it came out that oils and hydrosols were the way to go. So basically, my acne fear cost me 10 years of glowing skin, but I do not want to have that for you. So I want to share an amazing method to hydrate your skin. And this is really hydrating your skin. It's inspired by a Korean skincare method called the 7-step method. It's kind of like everywhere. This is the natural version of that, and this is specifically tailored for acneic skin too. So I want to tell you, so maybe you're struggling with oily skin as well as your acne. And oily skin is actually a sign that your skin is dehydrated. You don't have enough moisture in your skin, which triggers your skin cells to actually produce more oil to hydrate your skin. It makes sense when you think of that way. It sounds a little like it doesn't actually, oily skin is dehydrated skin. That doesn't sound right, but when you think about the mechanism behind it, it absolutely makes sense. And you get to this place of having really oily skin because the moisture barrier has been disrupted. And the moisture barrier is the very top layer of our skin, and it's composed of keratinocytes, which are the skin cells, and lipids and ceramides, which are if you think of the keratinocytes as the bricks, and the lipids and the ceramides as the mortar, the very top layer of your skin looks like brick and mortar. And it's a very important feature of your skin. It's a protective layer designed to keep moisture in and to keep toxins out and to regulate the pH of your skin. If that barrier is disrupted in any way, you are prone to infections, to blemishes, to acne, to itchiness, to redness, to dryness. You need an intact moisture barrier to have beautiful, hydrated, glowing skin. And this is disrupted by a lot of the harsh cleansers that we use, a lot of topical acne treatments, the retinols, those disrupted, all the acids like the alpha hydroxy acids, the beta hydroxy acids, which are great. And I do love those products, but we have to really not use them as much as we've been using them, and instead focus on repairing the moisture barrier and really hydrating the skin. So that is what I'm going to show you today. So I've just cleansed my skin. I did the oil cleanse that I've described in an earlier Facebook Live. And so I'm all clean. Maybe a little bit of eye makeup there. I still have my eye makeup on. Makes me look a little better. So how are we going to fix your skin and hydrate your skin? Number one, you have to stop using harsh products. That means a cleanser for sure. Most foaming cleansers are harsh and they contain sodium lauryl sulfates. Any type of sulfate is going to disrupt the moisture barrier. Any retinol, any acids, they're all disrupting the moisture barrier. So we have to be really judicious about their use, and I'd say no foaming cleansers at all for sure. And like I said before, I do like a bit of beta hydroxy acid, and that maybe should be used once a week, and retinols as well. I mean, I used retinols for years and years topically on my skin, and it did work. It did get rid of the acne, it helped, but it left my skin really dry and not so much of a glow going on there. So that, you do not want to use retinols often. I would say maybe twice a week maximum. And then we want to add the moisture back in, and I'm going to show you such a magical method to do this in a minute. And then we're going to seal the moisture in with a beautiful oil. Okay, so now this can take as long as you want it to take. The Koreans, they actually do 7 different steps. So they do this 7 times, which I think is a lot because I'm an impatient person, but maybe on a Saturday night or a Sunday night, if I have a lot of time, I could do this. But the secret ingredient for this process, this procedure, are hydrosols. And I have a few hydrosols here. I have a neroli, which is an orange blossom hydrosol. I have a lavender hydrosol. I have immortelle, which is great for aging, and it's just good for the skin overall. And it's also called everlasting. And I also have rose hydrosol. And then my latest favorite one is frankincense hydrosol. So I have a few of these, and then I also have our trusty green tea toner that I did a Facebook Live about a while ago. So, all of these hydrosols contain different properties. And I'm not sure if you know what a hydrosol is or not, but picture like a beautiful bunch of lavender. We're just taking lavender as the example, and you put it in a distiller. You distill it, and it breaks up into 2 parts. It breaks up into the water-soluble compounds and the fat-soluble compounds. The fat-soluble compounds are known as essential oils, and I'm sure we all know essential oils. We love essential oils, but the water-soluble compounds are in the hydrosols. So hydrosols are just as powerful as essential oils. People forget that, but these are powerhouses. And each one has different properties. Lavender, for instance, is very good at soothing inflamed skin. So if you have red inflamed skin, lavender is amazing. Neroli and rose are very good at hydrating the skin. So if your skin's a little bit drier, these 2 are amazing. But they're also balancing. So if your skin is oily, it's not like these are going to make it any more oily, because the hydration itself will make your skin less oily. Did that just make sense? Frankincense, which is why I really love it, is great for fine lines and wrinkles and aging, because sadly that's kind of where I'm at. But the best ones for acne are lavender is really good, and immortelle is really good. Now I'm getting all confused. I have too many of them. Lemon thyme, rose geranium, lavender, and immortelle are the best ones for acne. The one that's the easiest to find, and you can find these in the health food store, is lavender. So just go to the health food store, grab a lavender one if you have acne. That's really all you need. Keep it simple. Let's just keep this simple. I'm layering these different hydrosols right now because I'm experimenting, and it's my job, right? So obviously I'm putting a lot into this. But if you're a busy person and you just want a quick solution, grab the lavender hydrosol. First step is you're just going to spray it on your face. So just light spray. And then You're gonna take your fingers and you're just gonna pat it in. It's that easy. Remember that, I don't know if you saw my honey mask video, but it's kind of similar to that. Maybe even just a little bit more rubbing than patting. But you're just thinking of really kind of kneading it into your skin. This is moisture. It's really getting in there. And now the reason this takes a long time is because you kind of have to wait for the hydrosol to get into your skin a little bit before you put on the next layer. So it's not just like spray, pat, you're done in 5 minutes. No, you have to kind of work it. So work it. And then, so this is, I would probably give it another minute if I wasn't like on video and you weren't watching me and wanted me to move this along. So I did the lavender because I'm in my experimentation phase. Now I'm gonna do some Immortelle, otherwise known as Everlasting spray. It has a very distinct fragrance. I used Immortelle essential oil a lot when I used to do facial acupuncture for patients. And whenever a needle like hit a little capillary something and there was a little bruise, I put a dot of Immortelle on it and it would heal it up in no time. It's really quite amazing and it's great for anti-aging. Okay, so I have a layer of Immortelle on. I'm going to do frankincense and I'm going to show you another technique of doing it. And the Koreans love this way. So you spray it in your hand like this and you just rub it in your hand, you kind of warm it up. Feels like maybe a little warmer than in the bottle, and then pat it on. So this is my third layer. Again, I'm going a little bit fast. And I'm really not gonna make you sit through me like putting on 7 layers of hydrosol. I might just do 1 more layer, and then the finale, which you cannot miss. You must stay tuned for the finale. So this is number 3. And number 4, I think I'm going to do rose. Who doesn't love rose? I'll do the Korean way. By the way, the Koreans like are skincare geniuses. They're taking over the world by storm with their skincare. It's not all natural. There are preservatives, so I don't actually buy their products, but I really admire their techniques and their ideas. I like to just buy very simple, natural products. As you know, I don't like to buy, I don't know. I just like to keep it as pure as possible. Some people may disagree. Okay. So that's 4. Pretend I've let every layer dry just a little bit more than I have, and also pretend that I've put on a few more layers. Okay, so now that that's on, this hydration has all gotten into the skin, it's into the dermal layer, it's nice and moist and plump. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal the moisture in. It actually hasn't gotten into the dermal layer, but I just like to think of it like that. But the skin is more hydrated, and now we're going to seal it in. So this is a trick. So I have my acne serum here. I have not shared the recipe online yet. Alternately, you can use a few drops of rose hip oil. I do plan to share this online. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But in the meantime, rose hip oil is amazing, especially if you have scarring. Any acne scarring, this is good. Sea buckthorn oil is also a really great one. It decreases sebum production. So if you have super oily skin, try some sea buckthorn oil. Okay, so then I have this really slow dropper bottle, which is really annoying me, and I keep meaning to get another bottle. So I like to do like maybe 7 or 8 drops. I like to really... So my acne serum oil, I'm gonna tell you what's in here. So it's 1 part jojoba oil, 1 part sea buckthorn oil, and 1 part rose hip oil. That's it, super simple. And then the essential oils that I put in mine, because I'm no longer dealing with active acne, I think I do frankincense and Immortelle. But if you are dealing with active acne, I would do lavender and tea tree oil. So I have my essential oil serum right in here. Now I'm not just going to put it on my face. That is not the proper way to apply an oil serum. In order to get full penetration and full moisture and hydration, you need to mix the oil serum with the hydrosol. That is the secret. So what hydrosol should I use? I think I will use, I'm going to use my frankincense because I'm really digging it lately. So put a few squirts in it. I'm generous. And then mix it around. And then apply it to your skin. Pat it in. Neck too, don't forget about the neck. And even the upper chest, that's important too. Okay, so we have the oil serum. I'm patting it in. And this feels amazing. And your skin, after doing this for a few weeks, your skin is going to completely transform. You are going to be hydrated. And what happens when your skin is hydrated is that you're no longer as prone to redness and breakouts and infections and dryness and itchiness and redness. It's all a system. This is not going to get rid of your acne completely, though. I just want to tell you that. You do have to do internal work and balance yourself from the inside out to totally get rid of your acne. But this is really going to help your skin, you know, especially heal from acne too. If your skin is hydrated, it's going to heal from acne a lot better. All right. So I feel like I've pretty much shown you this. Let me know if it was clear, because I would love for you to do this for yourself because it is so amazing. The other thing, patting your skin, I forgot to mention this. This is part of the process. When you pat your skin, you actually increase circulation to your face. And that increases blood and nutrition and lymph movement. So you're really getting a lot of benefits from just kind of massaging it and patting into your face. So there you go. I hope that this has been helpful for you and inspired you to maybe try a new way to hydrate your skin, especially important because, as they say in Game of Thrones, winter is coming. And you know what winter means, like dry skin. So this is a really important thing to do. Okay, so I have shown you a great technique. It is a cosmetic technique. It is topical. It will help your acne. It's not going to solve your acne. Acne needs to be healed from the inside out. I know this after treating acne patients for 10 years. So to learn more about that, visit my website at naturopathicbeauty.com. My 7-week Clear Skin program is up and running, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be able to start helping people heal their acne from the inside out. It's like, it's my dream. It's what I love to do. So I would love for you to check that out. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram for more skincare tips. And that is all for today. Have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.